Welcome back, man. It's been a little minute, but we gotta wait for something that's worth coming back to. You know what I'm saying? An NBA free agency is worth coming back to, man. Crazy shit has happened. Trades, signings, waivings. Just a lot of great things been happening in the NBA. And as a Thunder fan, I'm a little worried, but I mean, this is just good for the league. This is just good for people that just love the game of basketball. And hey, man, gotta respect it, man. Teams want to go out there and compete. We haven't had back-to-back champions since the Warriors, right? Gotta be the Warriors. It gotta be the Warriors. They have back-to-back since the Warriors. Thunder looking at him stop that. But let's go through NBA free agency. Shout out to Shams. Um, I know a lot of people miss Woj, but Shams is doing a hell of a job. First things first, my guy, Mr. Aura, Mr. Fantastic, SGA signs record 285 million super max. So break it down right here. Shout out to my boy, man. He got nothing to worry about outside of this game. Hey, man, get that bag. Do what you do. You got us that ring. I'm not greedy. I'll take this ring, but let's push for a little bit more, all right? With this, I know this makes him the highest paid annually player ever, breaking history. I don't see anyone else breaking that record, honestly. Jokic, I don't know what his deal with this contract is, but Jokic is like 31, so I doubt they give him a supermax, but who knows? Giannis, maybe. That's a maybe. If Wemby goes crazy, like Wemby's like the only person I could see like topping this, to be honest. This man, all NBA first team, scoring leader, Western Conference MVP, regular season MVP, Finals MVP, championship. Like, not much to say about that. All right, first things first. The man Trey Mann, former Thunder, shout out to bro, signs a 3-year, $24 million deal to return to the Hornets. I know he was hurt a lot last year, and Trey Mann got great potential. Great potential. If you're gonna show your skill set, Charlotte's the way to go. That team is terrible. Detroit traded Simone Fettuccini for Duncan Robinson in a sign and trade. Okay, I don't know about Fettuccini, but Duncan Robinson, sharpshooter. Not nothing much to say. Kind of looks like Sheen from Jimmy Neutron. Duncan Robinson, 3-year. Who's giving Duncan Robinson 48 mil? Duncan Robinson's getting 48 mil like that? I mean, I might need to put some shots up. I'm just saying. Clippers are waiving Drew Eubanks, and Eubanks plans to sign with the Sacramento Kings. All right. Shout out to bro. We'll go to that later. Tim Hardaway has agreed with to a 1-year deal with the Denver Nuggets. Nuggets took us to 7, and they've been making some moves. Tim Hardaway. I mean, it's definitely a good addition, I guess, because like Nuggets really didn't have depth like that on the bench. Who came off the bench for the Nuggets? I don't know. That's bad. I know Watson and Strother, but like there was no scoring off the bench. Westbrook maybe. I don't know where Westbrook's at. He hasn't signed with nowhere yet. Josh Minott has signed 2-year, $5 million to the Boston Celtics. All right, shout out to bro. Jakob Podol. No disrespect, but who the hell is giving Jakob Podol 100 million? I know he's good. I didn't know he was this good. Raptors, y'all better do something. We giving centers, that haven't made an All-Star game like 20 something plus mil a year. So we'll see about that. Um, Sandro, Sandro. I'm not saying his last name. Um, 2 year, $5.5 million deal. I'm a little surprised because I know he bought out one time. He bought out like one game for the Spurs. He had like 30 points on like missing one shot or something like that. Maybe he brought back for cheap. I don't know, but he's headed over to Canada. Jericho Sims, 2 year deal with the Milwaukee Bucks. All right, young guy. Hopefully he can get the potential. Dennis Schroeder is going to another NBA team, believe it or not. I think he's played for all of them at this point. 3 year, $45 million deal to the Sacramento Kings. All right. Hopefully you can make it out the play in. Milwaukee Bucks traded Pat Connaughton and 2 second-round picks to the Charlotte Hornets for Mikic. Shout out to bro. Mikic also used to be on the Thunder. Got traded for Gordon Hayward and now got traded for Pat Connaughton. Keeps getting traded for white guys. Okay. Free agent Gary Harris, 2 year deal with the Milwaukee Bucks. How old's Gary Harris? 32? Haven't heard of Gary Harris since he was on the Nuggets. I think that was the play-in. Sacramento Kings trading Jonas Valanciunas to the Denver Nuggets for Dario Saric. I'm actually a big fan of this trade. As a Thunder fan, I hate it, but I mean this is just a no-brainer. Saric didn't play for him. Jonas Valanciunas, is finally somebody that can give Jokic rest because Jokic did not rest whatsoever in the playoffs. They had no big man. So Jonas Valanciunas, not a terrible center. He's actually a pretty good center. Very solid. As a Thunder fan, not a fan, but that's a great addition. Here we go, big one right here. Milwaukee Bucks are waving Damian Lillard, Dame Time, in order to acquire Miles Turner. All right, 2-1. Got to break it down. I mean, this is a no-brainer for the Bucks. Business is business at the end of the day. Damian Lillard's like 32, 33, coming off an ACL tear in the playoffs. He's not going to play all year. He's making crazy money. They still got to pay him, so I don't know why they did it then, but okay. He's not going to play this year. He's 32, 33. And it just didn't work. When Dame originally got sent to the Bucks, we all thought this was gonna be like some, we thought Eastern Conference Finals is a minimum. The experiment failed, and that's okay. Shit happens. Another back to the 2-1. Miles Turner to the Bucks. Really? I did not expect this. I didn't even know he was a free agent. I thought his ass was sticking with Indiana forever, but he shit the bed in the finals. Indiana did not want his ass back. So now in Milwaukee, that's good for them. Get a center. France, dude. 2 year, $12 million contract to the New York Knicks. That's good. Knicks literally had no bench. They played their starting five all game. And maybe Miles McBride made some threes. And then we already saw this with Shea. Gary Trent Jr., 2 year, 7.5 to the Bucks. Solid, good 3-point shooter. Trendon Watford, 2 year, 5.3 to the 76ers. All right. Hopefully he can do something nice. Nothing right here. Just Jordan Clarkson to the Knicks. Like I just said, Knicks had no bench. So, maybe Clarkson can bring something. Maybe 10, 12 points. The Knicks could use that off the bench. Torian Prince, 2 year, 7.1. This guy's like 40, I swear. Back to the Bucks. I know he's a good 3-point shooter. That's about it. Mason Plumlee going back to the Hornets, 3.6. And then Luke Kennard, probably the cleanest jumper I've ever used on 2K. 1 year, 11 million to the Atlanta Hawks. Just great 3-point shooting off the bench. So Hawks getting some there. Nigel Hayes Davis, EuroLeague champion and Finals MVP, as well as Turkey Cup champion. Okay, this guy is literally the Shea in Turkey. 1-year contract with the Suns. I'd love to see that. Love to see people having success in other leagues get brought into the NBA. But hopefully get some PT. Tyus Jones, really underrated point guard. 1 year, 7 million to the Magic. Shea's cousin, 4 year, $62 million deal to the Atlanta Hawks. That's nice to see. Solid defender. He kind of wowed me with his score in, what was it, game 3? Nah, game 4. Game 4, he shocked me. I think he dropped like 30 off the bench. That was a good, crazy game for him. He should be coming off the bench, Dyson Daniels and everything. I don't know how the Hawks lineup would look, but my guess is he would come off the bench. Luka Garza, 5.5 to the Celtics. That is what it is. Brook Lopez is like 40. God damn. Retire. 2 year, 18 million, 9 million a year. The Clippers. Interested. I'm interested to see what a pick and roll with James Harden and Brook Lopez looks like. That could be interesting. Karis LeVert, 2 year. Shout out to bro, 15 mil a year. Okay. 15 mil a year to go to the Detroit Pistons. Pistons, made it to the playoffs. Gave the Knicks a good fight. Maybe Karis LeVert can add something to it. Clint Capella, 3 year, 21.5 to go back to the Houston Rockets. Okay. Clint Capella off the bench is not a bad big man. Sengun would start. Jabari's the full. But they got Steven Adams too. Yeah, I don't know. The Steven Adams not going to get PT or what? It's just good to have depth all around. So, Luke Cornett, 4 year, $71 million. Who's giving? Okay, Luke Cornett, 10 mil a year. Clap it up for buddy. To the Spurs. Okay, Spurs just have the tallest bigs in the league. Wemby at 7'3". Cornett at 7, whatever the hell he is, 7'1". Looney, 2 year, 16 million to the Pelicans. Longtime Warrior is leaving to the Pelicans. Interesting to see. Bruce Brown. Yeah, buddy. You went to the Nets for a payday. Your ass got traded to New Orleans. And now your ass said, please take me back. Please take me back. Back with the Denver Nuggets. Key piece on that championship team. Didn't want to resign. And now he's back. Not a good look for him. KPJ. 2 year deal. Return to the Milwaukee Bucks. Good for him. I know he's had some controversy off the court that's kept him off. So good to see him. Ty Jerome, 3 year, 20. Really, I thought Ty Jerome would get more. Yeah, a little scammed to the Memphis Grizzlies. All right, Ty Jerome, great bench player. Here we go, something big right here. Denver Nuggets trading MPJ, Michael Porter Jr., and an unprotected 2032 to the Brooklyn Nets for Cam Johnson. Hey, to be honest, MPJ and Cam Johnson are damn near the same player. Light skin. MPJ's like 6'10. Cam Johnson is like 6'8, 6'9. And just great 3-point shooters. I know MPJ had the shoulder injury, so it's hard to judge him off what he did in the playoffs. But, you know, I mean, business is business. And as a Thunder fan, you know, I could say in the playoffs, I enjoyed not having to worry about MPJ besides one game. But now you got to worry about Cam Johnson, you know, who's a lights out 3-point shooter. Not a fan of this as a Thunder fan. That's a little intimidating. A little intimidating for sure. D'Angelo Russell to the Mavericks. I mean, he'll probably start because Kyrie's out. So, you know, you're looking at a Kyrie, Klay Thompson, Cooper Flag, Anthony Davis, Derek Lively. I mean, day one NBA season opener. That's a good lineup for sure. Trey Jones, didn't even know he's on the Bulls. Returns to the Bulls. Okay. Jake LaRavia, 2-year, $12 million to the Lakers. All right. Hopefully he doesn't do nothing. Cole Anthony's reps, working towards resolution that allows Memphis to create necessary cap while giving Anthony the opportunity to find his. Okay, so Cole Anthony might not be staying with the Grizzlies after that one trade happened. I forgot who. Cam Spencer. No disrespect. Who? Dorian Finley-Smith. Oh, he goes right here. Who's giving him 11 mil a year? Okay. Shout out to bro. To the Houston Rockets. Okay, Rockets just want to get everyone. Paul Reed, 2-year, returns to the Pistons. Shout out to bro. Santi Aldama, 3-year. Shout out to bro. What's he getting? Like 11, like 12 a year? 12 mil a year? Like, shout out to bro. Get that bread. Grizzlies, Jaren Jackson, 5-year, 240 extension. Okay. Jaren Jackson, great guy. Mike Brown, former Kings head coach. I was actually a fan. I did not like this firing at all. It's having a second meeting with the Knicks. That's not terrible. Batum returns to the Clippers on a 2-year, 11.5. De'Aaron Sharp, 2-year, 12 million to return to the Brooklyn Nets. Joe Ingles isn't retired yet. Okay, returns to the Timberwolves. Colin Gillespie, whoever the fuck that is, returns. Zaire Williams, you know, young guy, you know, he has the all around skill set. Tall, 6'9". He just hasn't put it, you know, his front foot forward sometimes. 2-year, returns to the Brooklyn Nets. DeAndre Ayton, a buyout to become a free agent. Nice. Where y'all think DeAndre Ayton's gonna go? We'll probably figure out like tomorrow or something. What the Rockets have done. Jabari Smith getting a 5-year, $122 million rookie contract extension. Let me pull out the calculator real quick. Okay, that was multiplied, dumbass. Okay, Jabari Smith is not worth $24 million a year. I'm sorry. Okay. Magic declining. Mo Wagner, Caleb Houston, Porzingis, 3-year, $44 million to return to the Bucks. Okay. It is 2025 and we're still paying James Harden 40 mil a year. Steve Ballmer, what the hell? Okay, 40 mil a year. Fuck it. Shout out to. If I'm James Harden, shit, no complaints here. Oklahoma City Thunder, AJ Mitchell, 3-year contract worth nearly $9 million. To have AJ Mitchell, a great piece off the bench for depth for $3 million a year, beautiful. Sam Presti strikes again. Next pickup Ariel Hookiport. Okay, shout out to bro. Aaron Gordon is still in the league and he's declining player options. Okay. Lonnie Walker, wasn't his ass like in Turkey or like Russia or something playing basketball? Now he's on the 76ers, declining a player option. Okay. Wait, no, Sixers decline it. Okay. Trade right here. Utah Jazz are trading Colin Sexton in a 2030 second round pick to the Hornets for Nurkic. Not a fan of this whatsoever. Nurkic is washed. In all due respect, he's ass. Colin Sexton, young. He got some potential. You traded a potential for someone, with just very little floor. But it is what it is. Julius Randle, 100 mil, 3. Let's do some math. Okay, 33 million in a year. Not even gonna say nothing, bro. I should really pull up Julius Randle's last box scores against the Thunder when they had an actual big man, because Julius Randle fails against any teams with actual big men. 76ers pick up Kelly Oubre's player option. He'll return with the team. District Attorney's Office investigating Detroit. Oh. Hey, Malik Beasley, get off FanDuel, get off DraftKings Sportsbooks, get off that shit. Okay. Hey, shout out to LeBron, bro. He 41, getting paid 52 mil a year. I mean, that's just ridiculous. The Lakers aren't competing for shit in the next 25 years. You're paying a 41-year-old 52 mil a year. Yeah, that's ridiculous. I don't give a fuck if his name's LeBron James. His name could be fucking Tom Brady. His name could be fucking Jesus. You're 41 with 52 points. Okay. Hey, man. Maybe I don't understand it. Jay Will signs a contract extension for 3 years, 24 million, 8 mil a year for, your backup big. With Thomas Sorber, possibly backup 4. Never know. Shit happens. Love it. Oklahoma City trading Dylan Jones for a second round pick for nothing apparently. Shout out to Dylan Jones. He was a second round pick. Some guys are definitely gonna move because money has to be freed, salary cap has to be made, because J-Dub needs an extension. He's probably gonna want a max. If Shet gets a max, I'm slapping the shit out of him. All right, he ain't worth no max. Garrett Temple returns to the team. Didn't even know he was in the league. We just saw he'll sign an extension. Sam Merle is getting paid damn near 10 mil a year. Hey man, if you're 6'4" and above, just put up a million shots a day, and you could be making 10 mil a year. Davion Mitchell. 12 mil a year for Davion Mitchell is kind of crazy, but I'd say, who am I to judge? It's returning to the Heat. Okay. Chicago Bulls are trading Lonzo Ball to the Cleveland Cavaliers for Isaac Okoro. Okay. Looks like the Cavs are taking a gamble. I guess you would say Lonzo is probably the Ball brothers are probably the least healthiest people in the league, tied with Joel Embiid. I mean, they got the fragilest ankles. One jump and they might be out for 5 years. You never know. And I mean that with no disrespect. Alonzo Ball with no injuries could have had a crazy career, but you know, it's unfortunate. Um, Cavs, Isaac Okoro played a good amount, I would say. So they're definitely taking a gamble on Lonzo Ball's health. But if it can pay off, this might be what we look back. A year, when the season's starting, we might look back on this and say the Bulls got scammed. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Minnesota just has crazy money apparently. Okay. 125 divided by 5. Okay. We got players off the bench making 25 mil a year. Shout out to bro. Justin Edwards, 3-year contract. Okay, 3-year contract extension. Returning to the 76ers. Rockets intend to sign Jashawn Tate, Aaron Holiday, and Jeff Green on new contracts to bring them all back. Okay. Andre Drummond returns to the 76ers. Raptors fire vice chairman and president of the Toronto Raptors. All right. Okay, these are the rookies. These are the undrafted guys. No disrespect. Caleb Love, I've actually heard of him. Hunt Dickerson, they said this guy was supposed to be at McDonald's, but now he's on the Pelicans. Caleb Love, I think he's actually pretty decent. He's on a 2-way with the Portland Trailblazers. Maybe he could do some. Okay, this is during the draft. Mark Williams got traded. John Collins returns to the Jazz. Fred VanVleet's getting. See, that's what I'm talking about. Naz Reid, a bench player off the bench, 25 mil a year. The Houston Rockets starting point guards making 25 mil a year. So there's definitely levels to this. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Let's do the math right here. I love Kyrie. Nothing, his game is beautiful, but the man is old. He's coming off an ACL tear, and you're paying him 40 mil a year. Hell, Kyrie's like 31, 32, fresh off an ACL tear, 40 mil a year. I mean, you just gotta look at it from the team perspective. It's a little crazy. I hope it turns out, because I like Kyrie, man. Kyrie's a great player. I mean, the man's just a walking highlight reel, man. Just an absolute dog. But you gotta. Those are things you gotta consider. Porzingis got traded to the Hawks. And Terrence Mann got traded to the Nets. Okay. CJ McCollum and Kelly Olynyk got traded to the Wizards for Jordan Poole and Sadiq Bey. Okay. Matisse Thybulle returning to the Trailblazers. All right. I mean, we just saw that Mike Brown is getting a second interview, so I'm not going to worry about that. Boston Celtics traded Drew Holiday for Anthony Simons and 2 second-round picks. I mean, that's solid. Drew Holiday's a great defender. He can get you, 10, 12 points. Anthony Simons, not a great defender, but he can get you, possibly 20, 22 points a game. So with Jason Tatum out most likely the whole year, give Jaylen Brown a second option. And, possibly something could happen. And then Daniel Gafford signs a $20 million a year extension with the Mavericks. I mean, 20 mil for a backup big man. It was a little wild, but hey, man. Picked up 30. Okay, Chris Middleton's making 33 mil a year, so maybe I should just shut up. And I mean, yeah, that's that. Tyrese Halliburton, unfortunately, is it. I mean, it's an ACL tear in Game 7 of the Finals. It doesn't take a doctor to know that he's not returning for the NBA season. Same with Jason Tatum. Same with Damian Lillard. I don't know about Kyrie. Kyrie got hurt like in the late regular season, but he got hurt. So Kyrie could potentially come back, but Tyrese is done. Jason Tatum's most likely done. Dame's done. That's just unfortunate, man. No, those are great players in the league. People want to see, and it's just unfortunate. Shit happens, and you just gotta hope these guys recover. This is not an easy injury to come back from whatsoever. But I mean, yeah, that's free agency for you, man. We just wrapped it up. Shout out to Shams once again. And hey, man, comment down below who's your team, and if your team actually did anything. Like I think the Bulls didn't do shit besides trade Lonzo Ball for possibly a decent player in Isaac Okoro. So, Thunder, no trades whatsoever. Extended J. Will, extended AJ Mitchell. I mean, the Thunder really don't have to do anything. All the draft picks in the world, just try to get as much salary as we can to extend J Dub. And the Shea signing, of course, but that won't affect us at least for another 2 years, I believe, because he's still off his old extension. But yeah, man. Hey, man, if I had to pick, like, as a Thunder fan, which one I don't like, which means it's a great thing for them. Let me see. Well, I mean, okay, yeah, obviously KD to the Rockets. Not a fan of that whatsoever. You traded Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks for Kevin Durant. I know Kevin Durant is like 35, 36, but Jalen Green was ass. Dylan Brooks is ass. You traded two ass people for KD. I mean, that's a no-brainer. Jalen Green was dropping triple singles in the playoffs. Dylan Brooks has always dropped triple singles since his whole career started. Dylan Brooks is famous off of trolling with LeBron, poking the bear, as you will. So, I mean, that's that. So besides the KD one, I mean, the Nuggets took us to Game 7, and now they got Cam Johnson and Jonas Valanciunas. I'm not ready, bro. I don't like that. I don't like that, man. That's scary, bro. That's scary. Don't like it. And then most questionable, I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, Kyrie's contract's crazy. ACL tear, 40 mil a year. He's 31, 32. And like once again, no hate, but like you just gotta look at it as like a team perspective, like business. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, this is just business. And I look at it as a little bit questionable, but Kyrie is a dog. Kyrie can give you 30 a game, so you just gotta hope when he comes back from this injury, he can do that. And hopefully he does, man. Nobody wants to see a great player injured. You don't want to see any player injured, let alone a superstar. But yeah, that's that. Shout out Shams. That's NBA free agency for you. It's been like 2-3 days. There's definitely still more to come. If it's worth reacting to, you know, there'll be another video. If not, just there won't be another video. And yeah, I'll see y'all for Summer League. I think Summer League kicks off on the 5th, so 3 days. And yeah, thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all in Summer League.